Ryan, don't put this on YouTube, okay? Cut it like right before.
I be forgetting.
Yeah, he'll put this on YouTube, me talking like this. All right. Hey, y'all. I'm Dom Fowler. I am a mother. I'm an educator. I'm the owner and creator of August Jones Essentials, where we offer wellness shots and detoxes. And I'm the host of this here podcast, For the Record podcast, where we have the deep, therapeutic, uncomfortable, vulnerable, heavy, authentic, and necessary conversations. And this is episode 45, huge episode. And I'm actually really excited about this episode. Y'all know, like, some conversations I haven't been as excited about lately, but I'm excited about this one today. We're talking about balloon pop culture.
Haram!
Which I love and I'm obsessed with. But before we get into that, I want to introduce my guest, Maul from Norf. Norf with an F. Hey, Maul, how you doing?
I'm well. How you?
I'm good. Thank you for being here.
No problem. I'm happy to be here.
Introduce yourself to the people.
Where the camera at?
Your camera is right there.
Right here?
Yep.
So how y'all doing? My name is Jamal. My Instagram is Maul from Norf. And I just recently was on the late 2 episodes ago of the Pop the Balloon show, and I turned out successful with my match. She's actually over there in the back.
Hey.
So, that's a short introduction, Bubby.
I love it. So let me just tell y'all really quickly about balloon. So I love the balloon pop show. In particular, the one with that you guys were on. So the one with Arlette. What's her last name?
I think it's like...
It's okay. They know what I'm talking about. Arlette. Because I don't want to butcher her last name or disrespect her in that way, because I love her balloon pop show in particular. I don't even watch any other ones. I think that one is ran really well. I think she runs it with her husband, right? And it's really good. So I love it. I think that it's just like very like honest. I think it's very entertaining. I think it tells you a lot about the dating scene in 2024, you know? And I love it. Ryan, and mind you, I discovered it way late. I just discovered it like a couple months ago. So that's another thing. Like, I was late to the party. Ryan thinks it is so haram. He thinks it's like, Ryan, tell him what you think.
I think it's bad for your mental health. I think it gives you a bad perspective of the dating market. I think it's very superficial and shallow. But maybe that's really how it is. So I don't know. Because the women, you'll be 6'2", and they'll be like, he's too short. And make no sense.
And he's right, because sometimes I do watch it. Like the one episode I watched, like a woman who literally like was from Africa telling a man that he had his African features. Like his features were too African, and it made me want to throw up.
I seen that one.
Yeah, I was like, absolutely not. Like, this is not like that. I didn't laugh at that at all. I didn't think that was funny. You know what I mean? So I understood what Ryan was saying, but all in all, it's funny. So like, what made you? What made you go on the show?
Honestly, what made me want to go on the show, because I saw how, like, a lot of the former candidates, which was most of the men, was carrying themselves. Mm-hmm. And, I would sit back and just be watching, and I'm thinking to myself, why is he talking like that? Or why he carrying himself like that? Or why he even put that on? Why is that his initial outfit? Especially if, you coming out to a dating show, you want to, dress to impress.
Yeah.
And, what gave me that confidence, because I was just telling her in the car, I was like, yo, if I'm hopping on this flight going all the way down Phoenix for a dating show, I'm leaving here with something. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of like the attitude I had going into the show.
Yeah.
And then when I got out there, it seemed like I was nervous, but then I'd have to keep reminding myself, like, Ma, you just talking to women.
Yeah.
That's all you doing at the end of the day. You just talking to women.
Yeah. And
if you carry yourself like a man, I don't give them a reason to want to pop their balloon.
Yeah.
So, what gave me that initial to want to go in there, because I felt like I would do a lot better than all the former candidates who had done got popped.
All right, so I had a different question next, but now that you just led me into what I really want to talk about that episode and why it was so interesting to me.
Oh, God.
Especially me being from South Jersey, 20 minutes outside of Philadelphia, going to Temple University.
I was born in Jersey, too.
Yeah, honestly, South Jersey and Philly is one and the same in a sense,
Stop the cap.
So I know what's going on. But me watching all these, and your match knew it was going on because she's from here too. Yeah. But I'm watching the episode, and it's like the women were so brutal to these men. Yeah. And I actually understand. I'm going to shoot them some bail, because when you're from here, you just know that, like, the swag that the men carry in this area is just untouchable. You know what I mean? It's really like, it's hard for us. Like, I can't say, oh, I'm going to go to Kenya and find me a man, because it's not, the swag is not going to be able to compete with the men from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, I can't even say I want to go to Arizona and find me a man. I can't say I want to go to, I can't even really say I want to go to New York and find me a man. Like, I already know, like, the swag from, like, a South Jersey, Philadelphia, even a couple other parts of, like, the tri-state are just going to be untouchable compared to, you know what I mean? And that's what a woman is looking for. So it's so funny because I watch all these very presentable, nice men walk up, do their thing, say their thing. And I'm like, okay, they're doing their thing, you know? And you come, and they all, first of all, the men came out and all the balloons was popping. It was just popping, popping, popping. I'm like, y'all ain't even get this man a chance to speak. And the women was not even like that. Like, you did, and I don't know, that could be controversial, but, like, you chose a good one, and then there was, like, maybe one other good one or two other good ones. But they wasn't, like, you know what I mean? They were pretty women, beautiful women, don't get me wrong, but they wasn't, like, women that's so beyond beauty that it's like, I gotta shoot this man down like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, like, we all humans here, you know what I mean? They just was like not with it, and I watched you step up and no balloons pop, and I was like, "Whoo!" They getting caught up in that Phillies that swag. They getting caught up in that swag, and you hypnotize them all. And I just was like, these girls is so funny because he ain't saying nothing or doing nothing different.
Nothing crazy. I'm not saying nothing crazy.
It's just the swag. They was caught up in it. That was funny. Did you feel that?
I mean, so you know. Like I said, I was nervous. Like you could hear it in my voice when I was talking and doing the introduction. But then it's like, once Arlette gave me that toothpick, ain't nobody pop, and they gave me the power to pop balloons. You could. She had told me, she was like, that's when you got that confidence back.
Oh yeah, because you ain't hear no balloons.
Yeah,
pop.
I ain't get no balloons pop, none of that though. Like and I felt as though you know, part of that was the fact that I was just simply just being myself. You understand? Like, and a lot of guys, they would just come out and try to put on this image for their brand or for their career, which is understandable. I totally get it. But they tend to forget, like, at the end of the day, you talking to women. The women, they want to know who you are. You know, they can, like, of course they want to know what you do. That's important too. But at the end of the day, like, who are you? What makes you you? How you carry yourself? Like, how you carry yourself around your friends, your family, you know, people that's not in your daily circle. They want to know that version of you. Not the side where you just looking for a career, a job, business opportunity, things of that nature. Though, like, they want to know who you are. And then I feel as though by me coming off with that energy and, you know, speaking in a way which was totally different than what all the other guys was talking on the episode, I feel like that gave me an upper advantage over the other guys. Because my thing is, like, I didn't even know how controversial the episode was until, like, till everybody was talking about it, or even when I sat back and finally watched it on my own. Because I didn't know, like, all the women was rude, because, like, I didn't get that treatment. You understand what I'm saying? So,
yup, and that's crazy because you wouldn't even know. I'm just watching it and I'm just like laughing. And honestly, I wasn't really mad at the women per se. Like, I didn't realize that they were I wouldn't say they were being rude. Like,
no,
me watching it.
Rude. They was being rude. They was being rude as hell.
I think they were just being too picky. Like, I think they were being very superficial.
Yeah, they was.
And the tall thing was crazy. Like, and that's another thing. You're not even tall like that. Like, you're not short, but you're not no giant. But the tall thing went out the window as soon as they heard that Philly swag. I'm like, y'all are so funny. And that is literally how it be working. Like, and I understand it. Trust me, I know. I'm from here. I know, like, you know, it will draw you in, you know? So it was just crazy. I was just like, this is insane. Because these nice men, they were nice men, well put together, professional, you know what I'm saying? But they just wasn't with it. The one guy, they just couldn't get off his sneakers. I'm like, y'all, they wasn't even like sneakers that needed to be clean like that. Like, they was dragging it. They was like, yeah, it's just the sneakers. Like, you know, I have 4 kids and I'm an influencer, but your sneakers are too dirty. Like, what? Ma'am, Miss Mamas. Like, it was crazy. Like, I don't know, it was crazy. And not to say that everybody got to do what's best for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you can't have your standards, but girl, you know what I mean? It just gets a little crazy. Okay, so let me ask you, I want to know how you would describe the dating scene in Philly right now.
I would say the dating scene in Philly is bad too.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because like everybody linking up with everybody. I feel like
Haram!
I feel like the best women in Philly, they already have like children, things of that nature or like that. And there's nothing wrong with single moms, but they already, you feel me? It's just I think it's just bad in Philly, to be honest with you. Like, and then all the guys out here, they trying to get they nut off with everybody.
Yeah.
You feel me? They still trying to work on their cool points, stuff like that. So like a lot of, even the women I would date, like even before the episode and all that, like a lot of the women out there, they be out there from outside Philly, because I work in Delaware.
Oh,
so
okay.
I dated women in Delaware, from New York,
Yeah.
from Jersey.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I'll probably come across a girl from Philly, but like, you know, how they carry it, it's like, I'm cool.
Yeah, it's crazy because it wasn't complex. Somebody just released like the worst cities to date in, and Philly was literally like third on the list. Like, yeah, it was like New York, LA. It was literally all the big cities. It was just like, it's not good to date anywhere. But Philly was like third on the list though. And I was like, yeah, I don't. And the crazy thing is, I'm talking about how much I would, you know, how I love that swag. But the thing is, it's like, I haven't dated any Philly guys, really, like, honestly, even being from South Jersey, because I feel like it's the same thing. Like, when you're saying, like, women usually, like, there's single moms, what have you. You don't have any children, so it's like you don't have a reason to date people with children, more or less. But, like, me personally, the men always be having, like, 5 kids.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That too.
5 baby moms. Like,
right.
it'd be crazy. Like,
and it was another thing that's crazy to me though. Like, because I spoken to a lot of women. They'll be backdoored by that. Like, well, a lot of guys, they'll come in a situation with kids, but they don't, like, I guess, open it up and tell the woman that from the jump.
Yeah.
And then when they get to know them or possibly have a baby, when they come to find out they got like 2 other baby moms and on the top side of the city though. You feel me? So it's just like, it's just that bad. I'm like, damn, niggas, you down that bad that you gotta like hide information like that you can't.
That's when I tell you, I've had that happen to me before, where a man, he was Muslim, right? And he met me, and that's you know, obviously we know that in Philly, the Muslim religion is a real big thing, right? And he was Muslim, I wasn't Muslim. He knew that from the beginning. So he wanted me to be his third wife, and he didn't tell me that from rip, pretty much. Like, he didn't tell me till way later. Like, I was like, wait, are you single? Because that's another thing. It's so sad that when you're dating, you have to ask people, like, are you single? Because it's like, you should be single if you're talking to me, but there's a great possibility you're not. I was like, are you single or married? And I was like, are you in a relationship or married? And he said, I got 2 wives and I'm looking for a third. I said, you know what? Get off my phone.
So you start fucking with him?
Yeah. Stop playing with me. It'd be different if I said I was Muslim, though, because that is a part of their religion. You know what I mean? But it's like, you want me to convert and you want me to be your third wife?
So what if he had status and a lot of money? Would that make a difference?
Yeah, honestly, I thought about asking him, can you afford 3 wives? Because if you can afford a third wife, honey, like, let's think about it, you know? But I knew he couldn't. I knew he couldn't. Like, you know what I mean? Just based off of, like, what I knew about him, I knew he couldn't afford 3 wives. So he just want 3 wives. I'm like, I'm not the one, honey. I'm not for you. All right, so that's so funny. But what do you think the best way to meet someone in 2024 is?
I think the best way, I feel like, is always in person.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because you can always get a better understanding of, well, one, how they carry themselves, how they talk, how they walk, compared to doing it online. Online is great too, but I feel like a lot of people are like superficial when it comes to the online. You got, like, specifically women, they may look for certain things, like how many followers do you got, or is he following more than he do? You got followers. Is his pictures high quality? Does he dress nice? Who is he hanging around? What he do? Like, it's just so many other factors that play into meeting someone online.
Yeah.
But in regards to in person, you right then and there. You understand? Like for example, me being on the show and being able to sell myself like that in person was I probably I wouldn't have that other opportunity online.
Right.
To do something like that. So at the end of the day, I feel like in person will always be the best.
I agree. I like a referral. Like, I think referrals are,
Yeah,
like a referral is like so important. Like, people be scared to give referrals because they don't want it to not work out and then be blamed for it. But I think we got to get outside of that, right? Because I just feel like it's like, when you know somebody already and somebody knows somebody already and has known them for years or whatever, it's easy for you all to get together and, like, it skips. You don't have to make sure that person's not a killer. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you skip all of those type of things. So I agree with in person, and I agree that, like, give some referrals. You know what I'm saying? If you know
Yeah.
a single person, because we gotta like form some love out here.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I love the show and just balloon pop culture in general, because at the end of the day, it's still trying to create and love. You know what I mean?
Stop the
Like,
cap.
I'm with
They ain't
it.
making no love on that show.
That's not true. I watched Arlette do an interview recently. I saw a clip, to be honest, but she said that like I think 2 people got engaged, or maybe 1.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, like somebody got engaged, and we
It's
are.
not gonna work out.
Wait, hold on. How long ago did y'all do y'all show?
2 weeks ago.
All right, that's when y'all shot it. 2 weeks ago.
It was about what, 12 days? I think it was about like 12 days
12
ago.
days. Well, they still together. 12 days is a long time.
Wow.
12
Yeah.
days is a long time. Like to
Right.
meet somebody on the show and to still be kicking it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy out here. Marriages don't last past 6 years. So I don't know. I feel like 12 days to just meet somebody is like not too bad.
Wait, Maul, how do you shoot your shot? Like, if you approach people in person, like,
Oh,
what's
I
your-
like this.
what's your
Yeah.
go-to?
Good question.
For the so it depends on the situation. So let's say, for example, I could be in a grocery store, and I may see a woman that's in whatever aisle.
Mm-hmm.
What I do, I don't tend to just come out and just introduce myself. I tend to start a conversation right then and there. So if I see her in line, if I see her in the aisle, probably looking at like vegetables or food, things of that nature, I'll probably look at her and say, oh, okay, what type of smoothie you plan on making tonight? And then what it does is it make her want to, it make her like want to laugh.
Yeah.
Or in her mind, it's something different. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not complimenting or just right at her. I'm just simply asking, like, what type of smoothie you plan on making tonight with those vegetables?
Yeah.
And now we have a conversation about the vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of branches off into other conversations. Like, okay, what type of foods do you eat? What type of diet are you on?
Mm-hmm.
Do you work out? Things of that nature like that, though. So the whole conversation is just about, what she's looking at in the market.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, and also with me, personally, what I like to do, I tend to let the women do more talking than I do.
Oh, I like
You
that.
feel me? So I let her tend to do all the talking, and then while I'm talking to her, I'm maintaining like eye contact, just letting her know that I'm listening. Because I feel like I'm a good listener.
Yeah.
So after a while, then after that conversation, it's like she may ask me something on what I'm doing here, what I plan on doing, it, getting in the market, and we could be talking about. I've been telling her a little something. Though I'm just grabbing a couple things, nothing crazy, something like that though. So usually how I shoot my shot, it depends on the situation, but I'll just tend to go up and just start up a conversation about anything other than what my intention may be.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Oh, I really love that he's saying this right now, because first of all, I think it is the best way to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
And I also think that as women, you have to understand this about men, because what happens to us as women, right, is that sometimes we're not interested, but we don't know how to tell a man we're not interested because he never said that he was interested in us. He's just talking to us about a smoothie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we end up falling into a trap that where we're talking to somebody that we don't want to be talking to.
A trap.
It is kind of he did kind of trap us because he was smart and he wasn't wrong for doing it how he did it.
Yeah.
It's just like you have to know, I still got to let him know I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? Because, because what happens with what I learned, what I've come across a lot, right, is that I'm end up being too friendly because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm good. Like, I'm not interested. And then him be like, damn, I wasn't even trying like talk to you like that. I was just talking about a smoothie, even though I was like, sir, yes, you was. You know what I mean? But it's but and then I also have learned as I've gotten older, it's just like, I don't want it. It takes a lot to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to make somebody feel bad about, like, they already had to work up the nerve to do that.
I don't want to pop the balloon on them right
I don't want to pop the balloon right away. That was really good, Ryan. That was good. Like, I don't want to pop the balloon right away, you know? So I'm like, I don't want to, like, it's not him. It could be whatever, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't want to, I just don't want to hurt his feelings. But then at the same time, I'm not interested.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And also to add on to Ryan's question, to the answer that I gave originally, you also want to make sure as a man, like, your fit could be on point.
Yeah.
Your skin is on point, your teeth white, all that. Like, don't give her any type of ammo.
Yeah.
To want to
not
reject you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's another thing about guys coming on the show.
Yeah.
Like, even the guy with the sneakers is like, come on, bro. Yeah, they designer sneakers, but at the end of the day, you giving them ammo to say something.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
You're
like,
right.
You gotta make sure they're doing everything on perfect.
know what?
You gotta be perfect though. Like, come on now, this
You
is
ain't gotta-
crazy.
I mean,
but
you
I
ain't
feel
gotta-
you.
yeah,
Like,
like-
that's how the game is. Bro.
Right,
That's kind of crazy.
But my thing is though, like you signed up for it
yeah,
like
for
2
sure.
months prior. 2 months prior, so you should already have an idea of how you're gonna present yourself.
Yeah.
Then the week before, they call you and let you know, yo, dress to impress.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you that,
Yeah, yeah.
so you can't just come on there with some casual shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Then also,
I like this right.
also remember like millions of people are watching her channel, not no regular channel. Her
No,
channel,
it's not.
she almost about to be she about to be in a million, probably like, what, end of this year. Or,
It's good. It's good quality.
you
She's doing her
understand what I'm saying?
thing.
So
Yeah.
it's just like you got to understand. Or you don't have to pull up with a 3-piece suit, but you just make sure everything is on point.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all.
Because honestly, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh no, I got a question. Okay, so all right, if two questions. So if you know, do you ask for the number or do you try to get her Instagram?
Oh, good question.
So with me, I go straight for the number.
I like that. Why? Why?
Cause like I'm not here to be following you on IG, looking to see what you do. None of that though. I want to get to know you. So I want your number.
That's a word.
Okay.
I think that's very important. What's your second question?
My second question is, if once you do know her social media, if she has a lot of followers, is that good or bad to you?
Is it good or bad? I mean,
Like if she got 20K, is that that's a red flag or a green flag?
for me personally, it don't really do nothing for me, to be honest with you, because like at the end of the day, like I still gotta get to know her and see how she move.
Yeah.
Is she obsessed with social media? Is she like, does she need the clicks? Does she need the views? Does she need the attention? All that thing. Like to me, it's like more about the mindset, like how she moving on it, or like.
Yeah.
And then for me personally, it don't really bother me for real, cause it's like I got the number, so I don't really care what she doing on the social. Like I care at the end of the day though, but at the end of the day, all I care about like how she treat me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then, you feel me?
Yeah, but a DM do the same thing a text do.
Hey, well, listen. I mean, that's
They got 20K on there. There's a lot of DMs.
Yeah, I mean that's true too. But at the end of the day, I'm a man. I can't be worried about that. I can't be focused on that.
That's
You
old.
understand? I can't. My focus got to be on what I got going on and how she treats me at the end of the day, though.
That's a really good mindset to have. What I think stuck out about you on the show and sticks out about you in general, and what is really important for men to heed from you is confidence, right?
Yeah.
It's just
I
a
like this
confidence
right
thing. It don't have anything to do with like what you act like. You were not as tall as some of them men, but they didn't care. They ain't popped the balloon because you wasn't 6'2". You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a confidence thing. Like that confidence really can get you wherever you need to be. So that's really important. All right, I do want to just say something really quickly about the outfit thing and what you were saying, and like just having yourself together, because that don't even have to be a superficial thing. That could just be, well, he's not even showing any effort. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he's not taking it seriously. So I don't want to talk to him because he came here with his sneakers looking like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily superficial. But I do want to ask you, what made a woman on that show, like in that lineup before you had chosen your match, like what would make a woman stand out to you or make you want to pop their balloon?
I'm gonna be honest with you. So like I was first of all, when she gave me the toothpick, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, "Okay, Ma, you could start popping the balloons, start popping 3."
Yeah.
I had to look for reasons to pop.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? Because I knew, like I kind of like had an idea of who I wanted from the jump.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I asked. Yeah.
And then, because my thing is, I had to be prepared when Arlette asked me, "What about her is not your type?"
Yeah. Because that's what I really want. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I popped the first girl. I said it was because of the chest tat. I found a reason.
Yeah.
Like that was that. I said, "All right, bet."
What was the real reason though?
The chest tat?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, cause I feel like women with chest tats, like, they gonna do. I feel like they gonna do whatever the hell they want to do.
No, it is
You
kind of
feel me?
wild. It's
So
a lot.
I'm not judging them, but it's like,
It's not your thing.
yeah, just not my thing. Though, like, like even just tattoos all over, it's cool and all, but I feel like tattoo placement is important too.
Yeah.
You feel me? I look at that too. Like,
What's good placement?
I mean, shit, less is more. Less is cool. You feel me? Less tats is cool though.
Can I cut in and you not don't lose your spot? But one thing I really think about when it comes to tattoos, even on men, because some people think it's so sexy, but for me personally, if you have a bunch of tattoos that are like trendy tattoos, so if you got like skulls on you, remember when people was getting skulls back in the day, or stars, or like any of those weird little things? I'm like, he's not a leader, he's a follower, and I'm unattracted to that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't cut you off.
I also noticed a trend tattoo too. Like I tend to see like on, especially like a lot of brown skin women, they'll have like a whole sleeve and it'll be like a flower or a rose or something like that. Like I noticed that too on like a lot of women as well. Though. Yeah. But then also for the second girl, I popped the balloon. It was a lot of people was getting on me about the glitter comment.
Oh yeah, the glitter on her chest.
That's so petty a reason to pop somebody, and I'm like,
obviously I didn't want to say the real reason. What was the real reason though? Because I was trying to. Because sometimes you can't make out if these people are cute or not. You know, because it's like I'm watching on my phone on the YouTube.
I don't know her, so I'm gonna just keep saying it's the glitter reason. But when I sit back and watch the episode and I listen to her talk, I'm like, I'm glad I popped her balloon because she gave me that bougie vibe.
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
She had that bougie vibe about her.
I feel like she just was extra.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that toward the end though too, because when Arlette and when me and Arlette had got down to her, she had said, "Oh, I didn't really hear what he was saying, so I wanted to give him the opportunity to speak." What I wanted to say right then and there was, "Girl, you balloon pop. Can't even say nothing." You feel me? So, but
it'd be like that.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna get back on the glitter thing though.
Yeah.
The glitter thing, I don't like. Okay, I'm from Philly, so when I walk outside or I can be anywhere, I don't see a lot of women with glitter on. In general, I don't see a lot of like glitter on women in general.
Yeah.
And then even when I used to go to the club a lot, like I used to probably go to the club, strip club or something, like even back when COVID, when that was the only thing open, when everything was closed, I go to the little after hours. The glitter would look attractive like around like the backside area, or like maybe like in the inside cleavage though. But like I saw it on her specifically. I saw it way up here, and I'm like, fuck is this doing up there? You feel me? So that's why when I seen it, I'm like, yeah, I don't like the glitter right there.
Yo, I'm so sorry. Like, this is actually so funny to me. Can you time see if this Ryan? This has to be a clip. Like,
bro, like that's because like a lot of people was like getting on me about that glitter. Said, wow, like, oh, men got low testosterone because he doesn't like glitter. It's like, it's not even that. I feel like, again, like even same with the tattoo, it's like the glitter placement.
Yo, that's funny because, I mean, it is kind of drawn like, and this goes back into us being from this area and just having like a little swag about us where it's like, you drawn with all that, like that's mad Joe. Like, why you got all that glitter on you? It's like, we understand that, but I can see how other people might be like, well, why wasn't he like glitter? And it's just like, that's just dragging it. Like, we don't need no glitter, just be clean, sis. Like, what is you doing?
Like again, like I don't walk around and see a lot of women got glitter on.
Yo, but you know what? I used to think this back in the day when I was like very traumatized by men, is that men who don't like, first of all, I wasn't wearing glitter, but like men who don't like glitter is because they're cheaters. Because if glitter get on you, you can't get that glitter off you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go home with no glitter on you. And that's why they didn't like glitter. That was like something that, and if I ever seen glitter on my man, I'm like, where you been at? You know what I mean? Like, and I would think it was like the strip club. Or you were just dealing with a tacky girl. That's what I would be like, what tacky bitches you dealing with that you got glitter on you? But you're right. So the glitter is tacky to me. You know what I'm saying? In my mind. So I feel you on the glitter thing.
Yeah, that's all that it was though. Like,
what was it? What's some of the other reasons you pop balloons?
And the third reason I popped, I had popped the girl in the white. She was just tall as shit.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering if it was her lace front.
Yeah. No. I don't know about it.
No, because I can see it from my phone, and you know, like, but women know that. You know what I mean? Wait, what you say? Say it again. No, was it bad? Was her?
She said it was worse.
Oh, it was worse in person. You know, I knew it. And we can peep that as a woman. It's like, girl, that lace is crazy.
And then somebody thought I was disrespectful for looking her up and down because she was like, "What about her's not your type?" So I had looked up and down and shit. I'm just like.
You were just looking for a reason.
Yeah, like she just tall as shit.
Yeah.
And then when I sat back and looked at her, I'm looking at her dress. It's like it's a given church dress. You feel me?
Yeah, she was not cute. Oh, I take that back. Wait, that was so mean.
That's out of pocket.
No, but this. Oh God. But this is what I be talking about. But honestly, this is the crazy thing. Like, I do a podcast that don't have nothing to do with dating. People will be under my comments like, man, that bitch ugly. Like, they'll go in on me. So it's like, I don't mind a balloon pop thing. I feel like if you put yourself out there, you got to be prepared and ready for people to come at you. Like,
and that's another thing. I didn't care about other people's comments either. Like, all my homies from school, they'll tell you though, bro. Like, this nigga Maul, he'll say whatever comes to his mind.
And I'm like that too.
He always gonna like pop his shit. He gonna say whatever. You feel me? He don't really care about the backlash or none of that. Cause
I could take what I'm given.
Exactly.
Like, I agree with that. And that's why I don't mind it. I don't think it messes up your confidence. I think it gets crazy if you have a whole African woman saying, this man's features are too African. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's dragging it. But like, just to be like, all right, like, you have glitter on you, that's Joe. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's okay. I don't know. That was my next question actually, is do you think that it's a degrading process?
I don't think it's degrading because at the end of the day, it depends on like again, like the men and the women has to know that, again, you're going to be on a platform where the camera's going to be on, everybody going to be watching, so you come with your best foot forward.
Yeah.
You understand? You just want to come prepared. You know, make sure you have that confidence. Like, even before the show, like, I was talking to myself in the mirror, making sure I was just doing a lot of, like
shadow work.
Yeah, shadow work. Just doing a lot of inner work as well, too, to help to control my nerves, all that. And but main thing I made sure was important for me was to make sure my body language was on point.
That's important.
Like, if I felt like a lot of guys, their body language, it was looking pretty shaky. They wasn't looking as confident. Their posture wasn't straight. They wasn't making eye contact. I made sure like all that was on point.
I do be thinking, even though I am just how you are, where it's like I'll say whatever, I don't know if I'll be able to do it as a woman, because as a man going out there having your body language good is like, I feel like a little bit easier, just because it's like there's not as many things to look at on y'all physically type of thing. Like, as a woman, it kind of feels like, it could probably feel like a piece of meat, kind of. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they looking at everything, you know, every part of your body. Like, they wait for you to walk past them. Like, it's just all of it. You know what I'm saying? I can see that being like a lot for me. I don't know if I need them like tearing me to shreds in that way. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think it goes back to confidence though, because I guess if I was confident in everything about me, I wouldn't care. You know? But that's just too much. I don't want them to be like, girl.
But I feel like the standards would be higher for men than it is for women though, in terms of the confidence thing, because like because my thing is like,
I agree.
You on a dating show, like, women tend to be more insecure than most men that get to come on there. You understand?
Right, because we're judged by our physical, our physicality more than men are. You know what I mean? So I think that makes sense. I think if a woman comes on there and she's like, you know, slouching a little bit, it's more understandable than a man. You're right. That's actually a really good point.
Because that even gives the woman more ammo to not want to date you, because your body language is not showing confidence.
Right.
Where in contrast, if most women not showing confidence, a man can work with that.
Yeah.
Most men can work with that.
Yeah, he can make her feel more confident and let her know that she's beautiful, because it's hard. It's hard, especially with like all these fake bodies and stuff floating around. You know what I mean? Like, it gets crazy trying to feel beautiful as a woman in 2024. Right. So with that being said, how do you think balloon pop culture is affecting dating in 2024? And I'll tell you why I asked this question, because me and Ryan have these conversations where it's like, people will meet someone that they're attracted to, that they just have, like, that they like, you know, and maybe even love. But for some reason, they're thinking that they can do better because of balloon pop culture. You know what I mean? It's because they think that there's, like, a line of women out there that could possibly, like, want them and not pop their balloon on them. And the reality of it is just, like, that's not actually the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, we can all, you know, get out there, but the dating scene is actually really trash. You know what I mean? And I'm out of all those balloon pop episodes, if there's one engagement, obviously it's not hitting like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can meet someone, be attracted to them, but once you get into the depths of it, you know what I mean? It cannot even really be like that. So how do you think that is affecting dating right now in 2024?
I mean, if the balloon was affecting your dating life, I feel like that's a problem with you.
Ooh, period. That's a really good answer. Like, I really agree with that. Especially, it's like, how you gonna be in love but you letting the internet tell you
exactly
That's so weird to me.
Do you think that the Pop the Balloon is representative of today's dating?
In a sense, it is. It is, but again, I can only speak for me. I don't have any type of like issues like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not the strongest. I ain't got the most money. I ain't the tallest. Damn sure ain't the most handsomest. I'm losing hair up here. You understand what I'm saying?
And yo,
So,
to be confident when you losing your hair is a really big deal too. I
Yeah.
always tell men that like men don't need hair.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is like you don't need hair. You could be bald. You
Yeah.
just gotta be confident.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I've had to like preach that like to a lot of men very often. It's like you could just cut it off. Like you don't actually need it. Just walk
Right.
around with big dick energy. That's all you need.
Right, for sure.
My problem with it's not just Pop the Balloon, but like dating content is that I feel like people are carrying all the damage that everyone is having all at the same time into their relationship with the general audience of people. So people are like generalizing, like women do this because they're repeating talking points that they've heard
Yeah.
on a dating coach or a Pop
Yeah.
the Balloon or whatever. So all of a sudden they're taking like things that aren't even happening to them and applying it to people that they're talking to. So
Mhm.
I feel like you start carrying those talking points. Now you're triggered by certain things that you don't need to be triggered by, or things that you've heard that didn't even happen to you, but now you're like, oh, well, if a woman does this, then I can't do that. I feel like people start absorbing the content, even if you're not that influenced. Like I do think some of that, like if you're scrolling TikTok and all that stuff, I think it does get in people's heads, and I think
Yeah.
it can negatively affect you. That's why we slowed down
Yeah.
on the Talk to Me Nice, to be
Yeah.
honest, because
But-
I'm hosting a show talking about dating, so I have to come up with topics, find problems, and then when you're dealing with people, you start generalizing. When you
Yeah.
got to approach people as an individual.
Yeah.
Everyone's their own individual. You shouldn't carry past relationships or stuff you've seen online
Right.
into a relationship.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
and then my thing is like I can be one of those men that complain about the woman or complain about dating and then dating in America, things of the nature though, but I don't have those issues.
I like this
Mhm.
right
You
here.
feel me? And I feel like if you just take care of yourself and you walk with a purpose and you just have that confidence and you just simply just don't just know that most women are human.
Mhm.
They're human. They're not
I
like
like this
these
right here.
they're not like these untouchable beings. I know a lot of women tend to carry themselves like they untouchable, but at the end of the day, if you go in there with that energy, knowing that these women eat, sleep, and shit just like you,
Mhm.
I feel like you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. I think
That's,
that's a really good perspective to take on that.
I like this right here.
What made you choose D? Because honestly, all right, so let me go back to this.
Yo,
So-
real quick, that Diddy drop, we've had that before this whole thing, but
I know.
I'd still use
I don't know
it.
how well it aged, but I think it's kind of cool. Like, I don't know. It's still a thing. It just makes you, I don't know, it's more controversial now. But what made you choose D? Because watching the episode back, it was kind of obvious you were going to choose her. Like, it really kind of was. And it made me think to myself, wow, I could just tell, I don't know, I felt connected to y'all for some reason too. Probably because we're from where we're from. And I just like,
Yeah.
I just felt connected instantly. I'm like, yeah, I see what's going on here. Like, I just
Yeah.
can read this. But like, it made me think, like, do all of them be thinking like this? Like, do they go up there and look and be like, I know who ultimately I want to choose? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So what made you choose her?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, but I really forgot what I did on that stage. But they said I was up. Like a lot of people were saying this the way I was looking at it.
Yeah.
But no, first I'm listening for tone.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm looking at looks and all that though. D had like this feminine African tone about it that I just fuck with. And I'm just listening to it. I'm just listening to her talk and shit. I'm like, damn, like I like what she's saying though.
That's
And
music to
mind you,
Ryan's ears, the feminine African song.
Yeah, like,
I like this right here.
like mind you, and mind you, like I don't. Yeah, and like I.
Get your passport,
Oh,
kings.
next we gonna talk about that, but go ahead though.
No, like I'm just, I'm listening to it and I'm looking at it too. Like, cause my folks was like, she didn't even have a dress on. Why you pick? I say, I don't give a fuck about the dress, cause she can always change it.
Yeah.
Change her fit or whatever though. Like,
Yeah.
and then we talked about it yesterday though. Like when she had mentioned like the personal trainer thing, it was like, okay, she actually takes care of her body and
Yeah.
she watches what she monitors what she eats.
Yep.
And then we talked about how like we both like tracking our food, things of that nature
Yeah.
like that though. So like it was just more of that right there though in that moment though. But yeah, so I kind of like, and then when she says from Philly, it just kind of like Like it just made more sense. Like why not pick her?
Yeah, why not pick somebody from Philly? Yeah, no. It made
Yeah.
sense. It made sense. And it came down to the two cutest ones, and it was like it worked out because I like that the other girl was like, yeah, the way you just looked at her, and we all saw that. We was like, yeah, girl,
Yeah.
she did the right thing because it's like she would have felt like the second choice regardless because it was clear who you really wanted to choose. You know what I mean? Kind of from rip. Before we wrap, I want to talk about, before we started this, we talked a little bit about relationships, which we're always talking about here. And you were saying you don't really agree with the whole passport bro thing, which is such a good question because, actually, I got one more question after this too. But it was such a good question because I want to know more because we know that Ryan is a passport bro. And, he has, that's what I'm saying. I was saying how his perspective is very hopeless because he's pretty much like, if you're an American woman, you're just not going to be able to figure it out. You're trash. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know your perspective. Why don't you agree with the passport bro movement?
They gotta go.
I mean, I feel like if you gotta travel across the country, get a passport, and go find you a suitable mate for you, I feel like that's more of a you issue. You understand what I'm saying? Like just it's not a guarantee that you go to fucking China and you run into a woman who just simply gonna be on your program. It's not. It's not that simple at the end of the day, though.
Right.
Yeah, so you gotta like. So a lot of the times, if you feel like you being walked over or talked down to by the women in America, you gotta have that self awareness. Okay, what about me? Should I change? Or what about me? Should I go about altering where I could attract better mates?
Yeah.
Where I won't have to cross or get a passport just to prove that the woman that better over there, though. Like it is not even always a guarantee because women over there, they treat men like shit over there too.
Yeah,
they do.
They definitely do.
So it's not like I said again, it's not a guarantee that the women over there are gonna be super feminine and down for your program. It's just not the case. It's just simply just how you're carrying yourself. And then are you genuinely being you, or are you simply putting on your professional front for the women that's here in America?
Yeah.
A lot of times, a lot of women, they can see right through that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? You're approaching a woman and you're coming off as this proper ass nigga, but when you're around your homies, you real comfortable, and it's like, why give it a proper side of you rather instead of giving you the raw, authentic version of you?
Facts. And I feel like for us, American women, is like the standard for us is just way higher than women in a lot of countries, right? Like we have to be bossy in our own ways. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to own our own this and own our own that. And like we have to do the things that are typically seen as man things in other countries. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if we have to do that, we don't have a choice but to do that. Like, of course, we're going to adapt some more masculine traits about ourselves because we're having to do masculine things. I don't know. To me, that just makes sense. I don't know. And so his thing is like, oh, you can't work that out of them. Like, they are what they are. But it's like, I don't know. If you just take over all the masculine traits, I guess maybe you can. I don't know.
It's true. Back home, a lot of women don't work. All you have to worry about is
And where are you from?
Liberian.
She's Liberian. She's saying that back home, a lot of the women don't work, right? So it's easier to be feminine when you don't have to work. When you have to get up every morning with your man and go to work, it's really going to be.
Let me solve this for
All
everybody.
right.
Maul is a professional, and he's 1,000% right. There is a lot of passport bros that are corny dudes that just, it's a little bit easier, they go somewhere else. My point about it and why I'm not that interested in westernized women is that there is a level of just upbringing that makes women more feminine and play their role that matches my energy better. And I think like it's interesting you picked a Liberian woman on the Pop the Balloon because you said her energy was different, right? And that kind of speaks to my point, is that their energy is different. And look, for example, sports, right? If you play in basketball, if you grew up dribbling a basketball, it's more innate to you. It's more natural to you. And so Western women can try to learn how to be more softer, feminine, more caring and all that stuff. But some of these other countries, women are just...
They already
built that way. That's the culture. And so it's just an easier, smoother fit. That's not to say that there aren't beautiful, amazing women here in the U.S., but just go where you appreciate it, because I'm telling you, the experience you're going to have.
But
And yeah, look, this is the thing. I think men here are so beaten down, like society is so pro women and women this and women that, that men have forgotten to ask like what they want, and they just take whatever they can get. And I think that's a bad thing, but that's also men's fault for not standing on business and asserting themselves on what they want, and actually, like you said, care how you dress, like how do you present yourself. They messing up on that. So it is men's fault, but to be honest, the African women is just.
He just whatever. And
I'm
honestly,
telling you, get you one, because you're going. You be like, damn, I'm never doing this again with these American Jones. I'm sorry.
I'm not mad at it honestly, because I'm looking for me an African man, something. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever I can figure out as far as not
You're
dealing
not
with
ready for all that though. That's a whole different.
not dealing with these American men on that level. But that's not actually the reality of it, because I think that like yeah, for me, I just think that regardless if you're going to be in a relationship forever, which is like what I want, you know, you're going to have to grow, change, acclimate to your partner and figure it out as y'all go. So to me, it's like going across, like I would have to do that with an African man, or I would have to do that with a man here regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't really need to do that. I just think the men here right now are real big on this whole let me lead, let me lead, let me lead. And it's like, do you know how to lead, sir?
No, they don't.
Do
Their upbringing's fucked up too, to be honest. Like
They upbringing be crazy. They never, like I say this to Ryan all the time. They ain't never read the 48 Laws of Power. They never listened to no Jim Rome, no Les Brown. Like they don't know what they're actually talking about. They never did anything leadership wise in their life. But all of a sudden they want to be this leader to a woman. It's real weird to me. Like, sir, figure that out first before you come over here wanting to lead so bad. But
right.
you know, you feel me on that?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. Anyway, so that leads me to my like last question, kind of. Are you wait? How old are you?
29.
Okay. Are you dating to marry?
Am I dating to marry?
Oh God. I'm
Yeah.
asking
What
you
is this?
for the answer.
Yeah.
It's a question.
My thing is though, my dad had me at. It's a.
So my thing is
My
though.
thing is crazy. You right. Go ahead.
My dad had me at 49, right?
Mm.
Had me at 49, 48. He had me late in like a late 40s type shit. Like, and I got another brother who's 50.
Okay.
He's married, 3 beautiful children, and he always tell me, cause I be asking him for, he's always tell me, "Your mom, take your time, cause it's not easy.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy at all." And I got another brother who not married though, but he got 5 kids, and he always tell me the same thing, "Mom, take your time."
Mm-hmm.
So with me right now, I'm really just like moving at my own pace.
Okay. All right.
You
I'm not
feel
mad
me?
at that, because you feel like, but that's so. All right. Let me ask you: did they marry like younger women?
No, my brother, I believe they're around the same age.
Okay.
They're around the same age. They've been married since college, like beginning of college, so it's been a long time.
I only ask you that because a woman is going to, like, around your age, is her biological clock is ticking. She's like, oh, I need to have babies. I need to have babies. I need to have babies. And
Right.
like that's happening to her, like in her body, innately, even if she doesn't actually think that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what do you think? Like, if you don't maybe plan on getting married to, you know, whenever that is, how do you tell that to women who are around your same age, who are like ready to have kids and build a family?
What do I tell the women who are around the same age?
Just date younger women. That's all right.
Or is that what? So that's a really good question. Are you just into younger women?
I mean, I'm just into women that like me.
What's your age range that you would date?
It's crazy. Somebody asked me that yesterday. I
Yeah.
said 23 and up.
Okay, but like,
I
what's the
this right
oldest?
here.
The oldest?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh God.
27.
23 to 27 is not a wide range, but I do like that
Yeah.
for you, and I think
I
that you
like
should
this
keep
right
that
here.
range, because if you taking your time, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, because like any woman, honestly, once a woman hit, when I was 27, my biological clock, I was like, I gotta have a baby. Like, I don't know, I just knew I had to have a baby, whatever, at that age. But it happens to women around that time, anywhere from there to, like, you know, up to where they can't have kids no more, you know?
Right.
So I just wonder how that like fits into your life. But I do think you should take your time. And women, I don't think you should ever pressure a man into marrying you because
As a man, it just gets better the older you get till probably like 40, like your 30s, you just prime. Oh, it get a little crazy. Like,
Yeah,
like,
come on. It's
God
crazy.
damn.
Cause my sister was just telling me last night, Ma, you need to be thinking about marriage. You're getting older. I'm like, but girl, I'm a man though. Like, if my
It's
dad,
just getting good.
if my dad had me at 49 though, like, what's there for me to rush?
yeah, but are you okay? Well, you don't know yet because you're 29, but are you going to be okay with dating a woman who is young enough to bear children while you're 49?
I mean, and then it comes down to how good is my health when I get that age.
Yeah.
You understand?
All of that's important.
Yeah, cause like my dad, he didn't really take care of his body, so it's kind of like an inspiration for me to want to prioritize my health as much as possible.
Yeah.
So it really depends on like how I'm functioning and moving when I get that age. That my mind may change.
Yeah.
It may change. It may come. I may get married in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Like it may change though. But at the end of the day, I'm just more prioritizing like me.
Yeah. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Ryan, you got anything else before I ask him what he wants?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I think we did good.
Yeah, I think we did good too. All right. So, do you have anything else you want to say?
Like just in general.
Yeah. I was going to ask you what you want to say for the record, but before that, anything else you want to say?
No, not necessarily. Like, but I mean, so I am starting like I'm not starting anything, but I'm about to sponsor through my career, through my job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to be mentoring high school students.
Mm-hmm.
So about once a month
Mm-hmm.
at a school down Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
So I say all that to say that, I feel like more men need to be comfortable with just, learning how to just go back to being men again.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of
this
a lot of the younger guys, that's like in their late teens, early 20s, they too obsessed with this internet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand like it's so much opportunity out there, but when you get caught up in it though, you tend to lose yourself and want to do whatever it takes to please the people.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to be is a people pleaser,
Mm-hmm.
because people pleasing, you're gonna be living based off what they're saying about you.
Yep.
So if they saying all types of crazy and bad shit about you, you gonna crumble. I mean, it's really gonna fuck with your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
But they saying good things about you. Now you got this high and think you better than most.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't ever want to reach that point where you feel as though that you over people when the reality is you just not. So I feel as though the younger guys need to just focus less more off get off the social media, not get off of it, because it's kind of damn near impossible not to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
But spend less time on there though, and focus more on the things that makes you a man.
Yeah.
Which is just staying active, you reading more, you studying. And if you don't have like a father figure, because what I did, because my dad wasn't the best dad, so what I did that helped me become who I did, what I would do is I would look for movies with men that have a strong role, like a strong masculine role.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting back, I'm watching a lot of movies on how Denzel Washington carried himself,
Mm-hmm.
or and I would just. You could ask my brother. I used to always be sitting back and watching scenes over and over again, just replaying it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm picking up on how he's talking.
Yeah.
I'm picking up on his body language. I'm picking up on just how he's moving, how he carrying himself though, and that by me doing that really helped me out a lot when it turns to just me carrying myself in social situations.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would just say, if you don't have that father figure, try to like search for a man that you want to mimic.
Yeah.
And then just mimic his style, mimic his ways, mimic his speech.
Yeah.
And just and go from there. And over time, you're going to realize yourself changing and start becoming more stoic in your ways.
Yeah.
And you're going to be more successful in regards to just not even just women, or just in life regardless in any type of social situation that you get into.
I like this right
Yeah, that was a word for sure. Can we use that as your for the record?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because that was literally like, for the record, that was a really great way to end this, a really good button to put on this, because it's just like, I think that's how we should be speaking when it comes to dating right now. It's like the men should be talking to the men and the women should be talking to the women. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I really heard you saying is like, where there's a will, there's a way. Like, if you want to be better at something, like, you can't use anything as an excuse. You just have to like figure it out. You know what I mean? Like that's what it sounds like you did to me, is figure it out, you know? And that's like super important. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you coming.
Oh man, no problem. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, this was the best. Like I literally like saw y'all. I'm like, I'm definitely gonna hit y'all up. Me and Ryan were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hit them up and see if they'll come. So I'm happy you came. Thank you so much for bringing D.
Was it cause we from Philly too?
Yeah,
right there? Okay.
yeah. Like, cause it's like if y'all was from like Arizona, it wouldn't. But also y'all were like the best couple on the show. Like, you know what I mean? Like y'all were the best match on that episode, and I just happened to watch that episode. I just love Balloon Pop. Like, yo, I be cracking up. Like, oh my gosh. I just think.
You see how bad the last one was? The last episode.
No, I gotta go. I'm gonna watch it after
here.
here.
That shit was bad.
When I leave here, I'm gonna watch it.
Like the niggas just look bad.
They look. Oh.
They was old heads too. Like.
Yo, it's yeah. They be having like they be dragging it sometimes. Like people be having too many kids and like it just be too much. And I hate to say that, but for real, like no. I mean, I think she needs to just scout it where it's like people with 3 kids or have people that. Like everybody has 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like don't have like people with no kids and then people with 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know, but I guess you can't assume that people don't want people with kids. I don't know, whatever. Sometimes that'd be a little bit off, you know, but like, yeah, it was like because y'all was from Philly and because y'all was like, you know, y'all were like the couple that kind of like caused the controversy kind of on that. You kind of came in and caused the controversy and then it like, I don't know, it just worked out good, but yeah, I don't know. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for bringing D. I really want to have D on, I think, and share the woman's perspective. I think that'll be cool. So maybe we could do that after everything is settled with the actual show itself. But yeah, thank you both. I appreciate you both. So and I definitely want D's perspective because of her being an American woman and a woman who home is Liberia for her, you know? So it's like, I want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like that would be great. So thank you all for watching, listening. Oh, really quickly, I'm sorry. I should address the fact that we've been on hiatus, right? A little bit. We've been on hiatus a little bit, guys, but we're back now. I was just going through like a mini life crisis that we'll talk about eventually. So yeah, we'll talk about eventually in the next few episodes, all right? So this is episode 45, actually, of For the Record Podcast. Thank you for watching, listening, liking, sharing, following, telling people about For the Record Podcast. If you haven't already, subscribe to Talk to Me Nice Podcast Network on YouTube. And we are, shout out to Ryan for being here for all 45 episodes. Of course, my guy. Yes, we are out.